You know we can see you, right? This week, I want to talk about Michael Saylor of Strategy Inc. Strategy Inc. is the largest corporate Bitcoin holder. Michael Saylor, his whole mantra was you do not sell your Bitcoin. So his whole thing all these years been you don't sell, you don't sell, you don't sell. Well, in recent weeks, Strategy Inc. sold 216 million of theirs anyway, the largest in company history. And guess what they sold it for, y'all? They sold it to cover the dividends for the preferred stock that they actually use to buy the stuff. So the person that's telling you to never sell it is literally like feels like they're backing out of that because they're literally like reversing. They like, man, we done took enough of a loss. We got to realize some of these losses, which means that makes them real. That 216 million, that's a real loss, and they already have another 8.32 billion in unrealized loss. So Bitcoin for me has always felt like betting against the system. And I know you can play with the system, you can strategize against the system, but when you like make yourself adversarial, you got to be ready. And this time the system is the actual financial systems that have been put in place by the government. So I never thought Bitcoin was just going to win that battle and move off. It was looking good for a little bit because we were talking about how do we tax it and blah, blah, blah. But I think we have an early sign that this stuff ain't working, y'all. And I still don't quite understand why people think this made up money was going. Anyway, no, I ain't gonna get into that. Anyways, the thing about this and why it's like, we can see you, right? How you gonna tell all of us to not sell our Bitcoin and then go sell yours? And it's not that you did it one time. It's another 1.25 billion more already authorized to sell. So it really looks like you telling us to do one thing while you do another thing. But I think what you might have missed is we actually can see you. Man, y'all swear y'all can do the whole show without me.
We can. The women do everything anyway. All we gotta do is have Braylon do it. It's just talking.
Just talking. Well, if Braylon can do it, I say y'all let Braylon do it.
I'm gonna need that jacket, Dad.
So y'all think this all talking and jacket swaps?
Yes.
That's why it's too baggy anyway. Hello and welcome to the real bottom line
With Albert the CPA, featuring, you guessed it, Albert the CPA. Kind of knows they on that.
You will not click my button.
All right, on the stories we gaff about. Actually, I want to go back to the buttons. Dad, you want to take it from here?
No. I needed you to finish proving the point that your mom said you were gonna be able to step in to me, but you can't prove the point with somebody I raised from the moment they open their eyes. How you gonna substitute me for me? Like that was gonna prove that you do everything when you just got somebody who, of course, I raised from infancy. Anyways, get this energy right in here. Too much y'all don't need me. Y'all gonna do this to me? Anyway. All right, moving along. Stories we gaff about. It is a new segment. We moving on to this. So what we're gonna do is a roundtable conversations about exactly what it sounds like. Stories we gaff about. And if you don't know what gaffing is, Google it. All right. So first story. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We got the whole team. It's a roundtable discussion, but of course I'm on camera as the moderator because everybody else ain't with it. Anyway. So story number one. Lauren, we said this would happen.
We did.
Looks like it's happening. The AI bookkeeping collapse. So AI bookkeeping startups promise to replace bookkeepers entirely, make bookkeepers obsolete. What you think about that, Chrissy? No more bookkeepers.
It sounds like F around and find out.
It sounds like they're not FAFO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I gaff and they FAFO. I'm young. Anyway. It looks like the lie detector test has determined that was not true. New companies are still popping up and people are still leaving real accountants for better prices. BotKeeper, for example, raised $100 million with the M. Yeah, they raised that money, but they shut down already in our ever so popular Bencher County. Collapsed. I'm still getting used to the buttons. Bencher County collapsed overnight back in December 2024. And I'm not saying they ain't tell nobody they were coming. They ain't tell nobody they were going. They just was gone. People trying to log into their stuff, out of here. Anyways, It's so wild that people really believe that AI can just replace years of education along with the human touch. Like artificial ain't real. And some things you just need like a real human touch. So I know that was a long breakdown of the story, but what y'all care about that? Cause I'm like, Chris said they literally coming for our industry talking about they gonna make bookkeepers. Now we ain't bookkeepers, but the idea that you could just take all of that nuance out of the decision making process and automate that with AI.
Yeah.
I do think one thing that I think is crazy about it is like when you talk to like AI chats and you call them out on something, they'll just be like, my bad, or you got me. But with AI bookkeeping, like there is no that. And a lot of people who are using it don't know what they're doing as well. So they can't find the corrections or know when something's wrong.
Yeah, they bad. Like the AI ain't gotta say my bad. It's the business bad. Cause
That's-
you'll never know.
That's the thing about AI. It's like if you don't have knowledge on a certain topic and you ask AI something, right, about that topic that you don't know anything about, it can spit out anything to you and you're buying it. Versus if you do know something and are well educated about a certain subject matter, you can spot the little inconsistencies and flaws in it a little bit more.
Yeah, no expert ain't never said my AI is better at this than I am. Now, people who don't know what they talking about, the AI is probably helpful because they have no clue anyway. But anything you know how to do, if you try to use AI with it, you just gonna be frustrated.
But then what does that do to the human brain? It's like if we're not pushing ourselves to think more critically and things of that nature, like over time, that should definitely have some detrimental effects.
Yeah. Oh, my ice baby. My ice baby don't know, Lauren. People decided they were gonna be lazy and dumb a long time ago. Before AI, people said they don't read. It's like we don't read all that. Ain't nobody like people chose lazy and dumb a long time before AI came in. AI is just the opportunity from that. So we good on that topic?
Yeah.
Everybody, anything else? But that is a fair point. Like, what does it really do? What does it do to the kids? Like, if kids are growing up and they don't have to do critical thinking because they think they could just go ask anyways. It's crazy. Savannah James out here making big moves on her own because we already know LeBron worked for Billy. That's his high school sweetheart. Ain't no flexing. I mean, ain't no faking in that. Ain't no hiding it. They been together forever.
Right.
She could have easily been LeBron's wife and been a billionaire wife. But what she do? Bossed up anyway. Got her new holding company signed, rolling her agency, her community platform, Let It Break, and her podcast, Everybody's Crazy, into one structure. And that structure, backed by Jay-Z's Marcy-Penn Capital. So she ain't even use her husband's money. She built her own thing, got real backers, got a real investment firm, and is led by new CCO Christopher Gray that Christopher Gray from Nike. I don't know what Whedon and Kennedy is, but I'm assuming if it's next to Nike like this, it must be legit. But it's literally the stop running all these side hustles play and let's build something real, some real infrastructure. So what y'all think about that one?
That's dope that she'll be seen as a real business owner outside of just being, LeBron's wife. I mean, that's pretty dope for her to have her own lane and, women empowerment.
Absolutely.
It's like the moment them kids got grown. Like, man, like, look at this family, bro.
They're dope.
Look at this family. Like, we got LeBron. They put so much weight on him, and he overcame and outperformed what they thought he was gonna do. And she could have she had the choice to literally just chill, and still when it was a go getter anyway. His Bronny. I'm gonna talk about the whole family. Bronny James was born rich. Still put in the kind of work that will get him to the NBA. And they got another one in college that may be an NBA project. And then they got the young girl, and they talking about she the most talented, like,
Of all of them.
this family, bro. Anyway, next story. Next story. I don't see no words.
Are they adopting?
I did know.
I was gonna say.
I'd be adopted.
Yeah, I'm gonna say me and LeBron went to high school at the same time. He came on a couple years before me, but I was like, man, I can be your son. Shoot you, I'm proving you want a CEO in the family, adopt a CEO. Looks like they've canceled the whole Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill thing. The Treasury has confirmed officially on July 7th the Tubman $20 bill is dead.
Jeez.
I don't know if I would have picked that one. I would have picked the can't have nothing. They said not at present, but we all know what that means. It's over with. Same week, the administration is pushing a new Trump $250 bill.
For what?
How could we?
I mean, how convenient. You kill one and do another one, which, of course, that means they're going to have to carve out an exception to the 1866 law that people who are alive can't be on money. So I'm actually watching that one. I want to see how it's going to happen. Y'all think anything about that?
It's not surprising, disappointing, not surprising. And really, I just hope, I mean, I can get over Tubman on the 20, but if they put him on a bill, if they go through the process of changing laws to allow him to be on a bill, I'm going to be very upset with that. I'd be highly annoyed.
I mean, people actually got $250 in this economy anyway.
Yeah, I would say what people gonna have one? People gonna have one $250 bill and then nobody ain't gonna want to break it.
Right.
Like you can't even break 100.
And it's just of all the things to worry about.
Yeah, I think it's silly. I think it's just some silly stuff to get. Man, rob me for my trunks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's such a silly thing to be thinking about. We literally at war right now. We talking about strikes being traded back and forth, and we talking about killing the 20. Cause I'm cool with them killing the $20 bill. Cause realistically, what does that really do for Harriet Tubman's legacy? Yeah. Cause most people just don't care. We care because of who we are, but that don't matter, man. $20 is $20. All of us got debit cards.
Right. Cash.
Yeah, ain't nobody even tripping. So I did think of some silly stuff to be doing. And that's probably why they doing it right now so quietly on the hush hush. But as we said in the first segment, we can actually see you.
Right.
Anyways, I guess that's it for this segment. Y'all got anything else before we wrap?
A good set of stories.
Yeah, cool. Try to figure out how to wrap. Smile at the camera. Remember that time we... I know, Chrissy, you thought that was gonna be every week. See, I done skipped a couple weeks. Remember that time when we first... Gotta get the tremble. Girl. You ready?
Yes.
All right, so this week we talking about ThriveCart. ThriveCart, the checkout platform thousands of online businesses depend on, went down for 11 hours on July 3rd. So right as people thought they were finna capture those July 4th, those Independence Day sales, went down. And then guess what it did again?
What?
Went down on July 6th. So it went down for 11 hours on the 6th. Went down again. Went down for 11 hours on the 3rd. Went down again on the 6th. And I was just reading into this. I didn't even know all this stuff. So realistically, that's been part of a 2-year pattern since taking $35 million in PE money, and that's where it always starts to crumble. They had 2 CEOs and 3 acquisitions later. The complaint from users, they are focused more on growth for investors than reliability for customers. And I know we got plenty of examples. So as y'all know, I told y'all last week, Lauren don't tell me the story we actually gonna talk about, so I can slide these on out the way. I'm just out here trying to figure it out. But so floor is yours. What we talking about this week?
Well, it's not so much of a story. It's more of an ongoing saga. So it's not really a story. But we have that one software that we use just about every day, where when we need it the most during month-end close, it decides not to work.
Bet you won't say their name though.
I ain't saying no names. No.
Chrissy, I bet you won't say it. Yeah. Where you was, who you with, what you did. Don't say nothing. Shout out, Take.
But no. It seems like it's an ongoing issue with people, well, large tech companies really, taking that PE money. and not using it to the best of their abilities for customers.
If y'all watch Shark Tank, y'all get it. I want everybody to kind of understand, like Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. That is your textbook private equity person. So he's a real one, and everybody else trying to probably pretend to be more like him. They don't care about nothing but bottom line.
This is true.
So it's always, in this capitalist society, it's always profit over people.
Yes.
And what we doing is, as we using these softwares and the more private equity money come in, the worse and worse this stuff is getting. Because the one you talking about, I don't know who funding them, but I do know they playing a dangerous game with some dangerous people.
Yes.
I'm going to throw hints and let you guess on your own.
Because
Let-
accountants use it every day.
Accountants use it every day. Instead of fixing platform reliability issues, it gave us
Payroll.
AI
AI bots.
live bookkeeping. What kind of gangster are you to get people to bring clients into your platform
Yes.
and advertise directly to those clients with some cheaper stuff to people clients? Like,
That don't work.
you a real gangster. You advertising cheaper, worse solutions to people clients right in front of their face, and then they so gangster with it. On the accounting side, they don't show you that they advertising, but if your clients actually log in, they hit them with all the ads. They pretty much like get you to bring a client in their platform. You bring the client in there, and they pretty much be telling the client, "Hey, the thing you paying for, we can do it for cheaper." What they not telling the client is, it's gonna be garbage. Now, we said we would do it. We didn't say we're gonna do it well.
But they'll do it for cheaper.
It'll be cheaper, but it won't be good.
But yes, I understand
This is a funny
customers
story.
a ThriveCart issue.
Yeah, because it's becoming a common thing because people ain't focused on what they need to be focused on.
Yes.
And I think with AI, like Claude, ChatGPT, all of those is literally taking the worst part of everybody.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. I hope it's in the edit for right now. But we were talking about people opted in being lazy a long time ago.
Oh.
So what's happening now is the more that we try to AI generate everything, so people ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah.
The more we try to skip to the money, like people are just trying to skip to a lot of money.
Yeah.
You won't skip this work, not in keep quality.
No.
It's typically quality or
profit.
profit. Because quality just costs a little bit more. So if you prioritizing profit over everything, you got to know that also it ain't just profit or quality. You also doing profit over clients. But you have to be a big enough picture thinker to realize that clients are like, it's circular.
Yeah.
If you pretty much start telling your clients F you, like this nameless software we gonna talk about, making itself a competitor of its own clients who built it, like you gone FAFO. And
Yes.
just like the software we use from the FAFO,
ThriveCart's gonna FAO.
they probably have, because they don't tell us how much money we need to decide if we can cuss on this show. Rachel, we can curse on this show? Not yet. We get our audience first. Once y'all hurry up and follow and subscribe so we can start cussing with the deep cuss.
But I do. It's not even so much of a remember the time. It's a
Remember the now. Remember.
it's remember the
It's
now.
the time. Because it is. It's a real thing. And I just want to, just as a cautionary tale, I do hope this get like actual views and stuff so they can realize, like, you can't be such a follower that you're doing the dumb thing that everybody else is doing. I talk to my kids about this. Sometimes everybody is doing something dumb. When we were growing up, I'm 39, by the way, so we ain't grow. I guess me and Ice, we ain't grow up at the same time. But I don't know if you would get the thing. You know how they used to be like, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it?
Right.
All of y'all jumping off a bridge right now. Private equity money is like, I don't know how you grew up or what your background is, but all money ain't good money. Ain't nobody giving you no money for your dream unless you're a not-for-profit and you pick the right person. If somebody invests in your business, they want their money back. They don't care about your client. They don't care about you. They don't care about your nothing. They want their money back. So the pressure to make them money, and that typically at the expense of your clients,
Yes. It's always a bad thing.
it's always a bad thing. I'm telling you, what's good now ain't always good in a big picture. And a lot of y'all finna FAFO. But I remember the time. I know Lauren sitting here kneeing me under the table like, let's end this. I was on the roll. Bye. All right, it's time for this week's episode of Facts Only. Dun, dun. Oh, I can't do that. We got to get us some music for right there. Anyways, I'm going to get through these things. Everybody know the name of the game. If you new here, we have 4 stories. Only one of them is true. The team here has to figure out which one is true, and they be messing up. All right, step back so you see me on camera. So that smooth step back. All right, so story number 1. Golden Hour Nail Lounge, Jesus, a nail salon change in GA, kept paying its $18,400 quarterly rent to its old landlord for 6 months after the building sold. A new owner never updated the wire instruction, and nobody caught the duplicate payments into the original landlord's account. Got flagged for suspicious activity. Did y'all get that? I feel like I can read better than that. I was gonna say I can read better than that. Did you get that? You weren't even listening. You just daydreaming. I'm gonna repeat it. Golden Hour Nail Lounge. I did it twice. Lounge.
Sorry.
A nail salon. It just looked like lunch. A nail salon change in Georgia kept paying its $18,400 quarterly rent to its old landlord for 6 months after the building sold. The new owner never updated the wire instructions, and nobody caught the duplicate payments into the original landlord account. Got flagged for suspicious activity. Barkline, a Denver-based dog walking app, raised $9 million in seed funding, spent $6.2 million of it on a Times Square billboard and a launch party featuring a live tiger for photo ops, and shut down 4 months later. A fired Chick-fil-A employee in Grapevine, Texas, snuck back to the register and rang up roughly 800 fake mac and cheese refunds to his own card, totaling $80,105 before getting caught on camera. Reynolds Auto and Tire, a family-owned auto repair shop in Ohio, paid premium on a commercial insurance policy for 9 years before a fire forced them to file a claim, and found out the agent had never actually written the policy at all. Everybody got those?
Oh,
That's great.
All right, shout out to the team for locking in.
Don't
What's
stop
up?
me.
We got to start with you.
I'm gonna say
Who?
on third one.
Chick-fil-A?
Fire Chick-fil-A employee.
Of course you would. You like Chick-fil-A?
I was gonna say you just everybody be want to target the Lord's chicken. We ain't got the buttons.
See, this sounds believable.
Ice, baby. You think somebody stole $80,000 from Chick-fil-A?
I'm torn between that last one and that first one.
The,
I think
the
I'm
nail, the nail. What I was saying?
Nail launch.
The lunch.
I think I'm gonna go with the last one.
Reynolds Auto and Tire.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's just sad. It's true.
Chrissy Chris.
I also am choosing the last one.
Chrissy Chris. Your user.
The Barkline one.
And what you got, Ray running?
I'm also going with Barkline.
All right.
Last time?
So that's
Braylon's
everybody.
holding up his church finger.
You want to change yours?
Yeah.
Too bad, ain't no changes. And we will find out the correct answer after this quick commercial break.
The Real Bottom Line with Albert the CPA is brought to you by Right Choice Accounting Solutions, where we help practices, agencies, and firms really get that financial clarity, clean books, true cash flow insight, and that CFO level strategy. So every decision you make is backed by data, not guesswork. We have saved our clients over $11 million in taxes while helping them scale with confidence. So if you want to finally know your numbers and grow with confidence, make the right choice.
And we're back. So we're going to get right to it. Nobody voted for the first one. So good job, everybody. The first one was not right.
Yay, go West.
All right.
I'm right.
The second one, you said you're right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. You think somebody sold $80,000 for Chick-fil-A?
I think you're trying to guilt trip me. I think I'm right.
You almost changed your answer. Like, what you want to do?
Not change my answer. I think I'm right.
Well, guess what, my child?
I'm right.
You right! Put it on the board! And the rest of y'all, my work, get a
Wait, for real?
yeah, boy!
The Chick-fil-A mac and cheese.
Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. Somebody really got 80 bands off of Chick-fil-A.
What in the world? 80 bands?
80,000, my boy on the board, my legacy. You talking about how I do your baby like that last week? What'd you say? We out! Anyways, we ready to take it to the end?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this week's episode of Facts Only. All right. It's time for everybody's favorite segment. I'm going to keep saying it until it's true. Ask Albert the CPA. So, what do we have this week, Christy?
Okay, so someone said, I heard I can't just call all my team members contractors. Why not?
Oh, that's a really good question because a lot of small business owners do try to save payroll tax or save money by not hiring no employees, just having contractors. That the IRS know that, so they're like, nah, you can't do that. So there are pretty much 3 tests in some state. California, of course, California is a little bit more complicated. So California got some additional rules in addition to these, but you have pretty much 3 tests. You have a behavioral test, you have a financial test, and you have a relationship test. So behavioral, I'm gonna actually read my notes here. So behavioral, who controls how and when the work is done? Financial, who carries the financial risk, the tools, the other clients? And relationship, whether the work is ongoing and core to the business. So I typically say it simply, it's like if you are a business owner and you tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and you pay for all the stuff, that's an employee. And if you hire somebody where you hire them to do a job, they come in, they do it, but you don't really tell them what to do, that's a contractor. So the thing that you need to understand is control. Are you actually controlling this person's work hours? Are you setting the standards? Do they have to do exactly what you do and follow your company policies? If so, that's an employee of your company. But if you just hire somebody, I'm thinking painters, I'm thinking people who do like just odd jobs and stuff like that. Or if you hire somebody for like your social media marketing, or you hire somebody who they come in, they do their thing, but for you, that can be considered a contractor. But if you don't, matter of fact, if it's up in the air, if it's so close, you don't want this argument because the penalties are too much. Just go ahead and hire the people as employees if you know you control them, because the penalties are crazy. The penalties can be bad because they typically wait and they go back and charge you all those payroll taxes and stuff anyway. So you might as well avoid it, because if you don't know or you're not sure, just make it an employee. Save yourself that time. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. I'm about to get up out of here. So taking it to the bridge. We got a book. Business Owner Financial Playbook. It literally helps you to stop guessing and start leading by your numbers. It's for any leaders. Thank you. I should bring it back. We got a book. But no, so the book is really a textbook. It's not one of those books that you find on Amazon that's my framework or something like that where I'm just kind of teaching it. It's literally educational. So it's a textbook for CEOs prepared by a real CFO and CEO. So this is really well, y'all. I feel very proud of it. It'll help you understand your business and how to run it by the numbers. It's a really, really good book. And at the price probably gonna go up. At the price, you probably gonna want to jump on it because y'all already know textbooks $300-400 nowadays. This is very comparable to the price of one of those framework Amazon type books. So jump on it. And if you are someone who actually really needs accounting support, everything from the bookkeeping, the taxes, the payroll, the tax strategy, so you don't overpay the fractional CFO, so you not only know what's going on, but what happens next. Make the right choice. We are here to serve. And I think that's everything, right?
Hold the book straight.
Oh, I'm just waving the book. Make the book get up in here. So good. So follow me at Instagram at AskAlbertTheCPA. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Albert the CPA. And I guess that's it, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here.
Bye.